Hey everyone, this is Anubhav sir, and welcome to Radio Club episode 1. So, I'm starting this series where we will be documenting all we are doing here, little snippets of it, some highlights, but it will give us a brief idea of how the class went, and also if you could look back on the major highlights of the class, and you can probably, we can document it in a form of a video, which will be helpful for you. So, today is 29th of July and 2022, and what we're going to learn in today's class is we will learn about how to focus on small details, how small details can add a lot of values to your content. And secondly, the use of teleprompter, which is also known as TP, because it's a very important device which is used by a lot of reporters and journalists, anchors everywhere around the world. In fact, a lot of YouTube creators today are also using it. It helps you to have a flawless, content when you speak and you watch through teleprompter, so you get a very good quality content. But for that, you also need to be very good at reading, so we'll be discussing that. Moreover, we will also be discussing some of the famous YouTube channels, or make you speak on the mic. We'll give you a paragraph where you will speak on the mic, and then it will be very similar situation as if there is a TP in front of you, a teleprompter in front of you, and then you will speak. And what you have to focus here is that you have to make sure that your expression, your pronunciation, and the flow and the throw of your voice should be perfect, just how you watch in the news channel or the YouTube channels. So these are something which we will be doing today. So far we've I'm going to share the points with you here. All right, so right at the beginning, what we have done,
we have discussed related to traveling, how we spend our summer holidays.
so we discussed the story about your travel journey,
Yes.
and then I asked some of you to share your journey,
Yes.
fine, your experiences, and then to focus on the
Yeah.
small
Yeah.
details, because these are very important.
Yes.
Okay, second, then we talk about the word tele. Tele
Yes.
means commuting,
Commuting
Fine.
far away.
far away. Yes, and then we, through the word tele, we discuss about television, teleport, teleprompter. Then we discussed about,
We saw Modi ji videos.
we saw an example of a teleprompter fail,
Yes.
right? So we saw one of the example where the one of the politician just was not able to speak because the teleprompter went off, right?
Yes.
Then what else?
But
Then
how he managed also.
The art of handling a technical glitch,
Technical
right?
glitch,
That's also
handling
important.
technical glitch.
Then moreover, what else did we?
And we saw that how the teleprompter works. What is
Yes,
it
so
actually?
we saw what is the mechanism behind teleprompter works. And then right now we are doing now we will be doing a similar example,
Yes.
where we will put a script in front of you
Yes.
on the monitor screen, and then you'll read through it, and then we will
You
learn.
also told us about two channels which are very important.
Yes.
And we can get
So Dhruv Rathi and
that.
Think School.
Think School.
All right, children. So now I'll be sharing some of the recordings which we did today in the RJ room. Please note that some of the recordings are extraordinary, but some on the same time are not up to the mark. But I still will be sharing. I see some of the students were not so good with their pronunciation. They did mispronounce some of the words, but I'm adding them in the video so that you can track your progress, and eventually over a period of time you can look back and you can see what you were and where you are right now.
To Radio Spark, the voice of Jaipuriya. The recently released Environment Performance Index 2022, an international ranking system that measures environmental health and sustainability of countries, has ranked India last among 180 countries that have been ranked. With a paltry score of 18.9, India's 180th rank comes after Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Myanmar. The bottom 5 together make up the poorest performing countries for environmental health.
Welcome to Radio Spark, the voice of Jaipuria. The recently released Environment Performance Index 2022, an international ranking system that measures environmental health and sustainability of countries, has ranked India last among 180 countries that have been ranked. With a paltry score of 18.9, India's 180th rank comes after Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Myanmar. The bottom five together make up the poorest performing countries for environmental health. India has also scored low on rule of law, control of corruption, and government effectiveness according to EPI. Signing off, RJ Kushagra.
To Radio Spark, the voice of Jaipuria. The recently released Environment Performance Index 2022, an international ranking system that measures environmental health and sustainability of countries, has ranked India last among 180 countries that have been ranked. With a paltry score of 18.9, India's 180th rank comes after Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Myanmar. The bottom five together make up the poorest performing countries for environmental health. This is RJ Arya signing off.
Good morning to one and all. This is me, RJ Iram, and you are listening to Radio Spark, the voice of Jaipuria. The recently released Environment Performance Index 2022, an international ranking system that measures environmental health and sustainability of countries, has ranked India last among 180 countries that have been ranked. With a paltry score of 18.9, India's 180th ranking comes after Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Myanmar. The bottom five together make up the poorest performing countries for environmental health. Thank you.
The recently released Environment Performance Index 2022, an international ranking system that measures environmental health and sustainability of countries, has ranked India last among 180 countries that have been ranked. With a paltry score of 18.9, India's 180th ranking comes after Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Myanmar. The bottom five together make up the poorest performing countries for environmental health.
Welcome to Radio Spark, the voice of Jaipuria. The recently released Environment Performance Index 2022, an international ranking system that measures environmental health and sustainability of countries, has ranked India last among 180 countries that have been ranked. With a paltry score of 18.9, India's 180th rank comes after Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Myanmar. The bottom five together make up the poorest performing countries for environmental health. India has also scored low on rule of law, control of corruption, and government effectiveness, according to EPR.
News reporters speak, the news sounds, it's very impactful. So the reason is because they know the right word they should stress on, which we were not doing. And also absolutely correct pronunciation. That should be our prime focus as of now. The pronunciation should be absolutely correct. It should be according to how the British English, according to British English. So that is why the change, you said some people say this, some people say this, but we need to follow the British pronunciation.
British,
right?
yes. Alright, so now I'm going to give you an example of a news channel which you can find on YouTube. This is called Vian. Alright, I'll just play this video. You can probably listen, just listen how she's saying the words.
Prime Minister Modi's visit had four important objectives. Number one, to pay his respects to the late President Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Reason number two, to reset ties after the Prophet controversy. How has the UAE responded to this outreach? Well, so far it looks good. The President, MBN himself.
Alright, so that's it for today's class. I hope the points that were shared in today's video and in today's class, you've made a note of it. Kindly consider them when you prepare your content and when you speak on camera next time. Also, make sure that you're reading more every single day. So that is the tip for the day. I'll see you in the next class. Till then, take care and yes, keep learning.